Okay, so here we are with another drama child. What's going on is I took this vehicle, fixed an evap situation with it, small evap leak, and reset the monitors, and of course evap never set. Took it up to get an inspection on it, and as I got the inspection, or was trying to get the inspection, my scan tools, everything seemed to be communicating with it just fine, but the inspection machine wouldn't communicate, and there was a vehicle before and after that did fine on their machine. So this is a 2004 Envoy 4.2 liter, and the issue that I'm seeing is we have class 2 serial data that we're checking into now. I'm running a scan tool and my picoscope on here, trying to determine what's going on here. I checked my grounds. This only has 4 pins in it. 4 and 5 are chassis ground, signal ground. 4 is chassis, 5 is signal ground, 16 is going to be our power source, and 2 is our serial communication. So we don't have low and high CAN bus on this. All we have is serial to communication, for those people who don't understand what that means. But basically, our communication with our modules are normally measured with CAN buses. But on a vehicle this old, we're going to be looking at a situation where we can only read serial communication. But I'm mirroring the communication off of class 2, and I'm checking. I am noticing that my short-term fuel trims are going a little higher than I expected, but we did have a coil failure on here as well, so maybe we're just burning off some excessive hydrocarbons. This is my personal vehicle actually, so I've never had a problem with the fuel trims mapping out like this. I'm going to run it probably on about 80 to 100 mile trip tomorrow, and hopefully monitors will check out fine. As I'm checking, I'm doing this on EOBD because I've got some tips from some guys to try that instead of trying to use manufacturer specifics. So let's look at the IM readiness. IM readiness is showing that everything, catalyst monitoring is still incomplete. I don't know if you can see this. This is catalyst monitoring is still showing to be incomplete. And our evaporative system, that finally checked out okay without a 200 mile trip. This is after reset at the inspection station, trying to see if I can get their machine to at least check it if I reset the IMs. Oxygen sensor monitoring is also incomplete, which that doesn't make any sense, but we should see something after our 100 mile trip tomorrow. Right now I'm looking at my Pico and I'm mirroring off a sensor ground, I believe. Yeah, signal ground here, and I'm going off the class 2 serial. I'm mirroring, everything looks okay. What I'm not crazy about is this jumble here now on class. If we were looking at CAN bus, this would definitely be an issue. What we're looking at here is voltage wise, we're at 3, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong, division here, I'm not showing. Okay, voltage is at 4.05 on our chassis ground. Why am I not seeing voltage on serial? What is going on here? Alright. No, I'm sorry, that is serial data. I'm not seeing voltage. Well, I guess I wouldn't be seeing voltage if I'm checking a ground. But I'm not crazy about what's going on right here, and I'm not, this fluctuation across this communication has got me a little jumbled right now. I'm going to clean the ALDL up. I found one ground that was pulling, dropping some, giving me some resistance issues. It was literally off of the battery over here. As I was checking voltage, this ground right here, it literally comes right off the battery cable itself. Right here. This feeds all the way down underneath here and mounts to the side of the chassis. Probably going to pull that off, clean it up, and then remount it. But I'm showing zero loss in resistance now that I loosened it and tightened it and loosened it and tightened it. Kind of scrubbed it up a little bit. But I'm not real familiar with serial 2 communication. So I'm going to do a little bit more investigating. But this may be perfectly fine. Then again, this may be an issue. I'm not real sure. I'm going to see if I can do a little more discovery on working on older vehicles, north side Houston.